Hello and welcome. My name is Nelson. I'm the owner and chief Cabana Boy at Cabana Boys Events. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Cabana Boys Podcast. Today we have AJ and Cooper on the show. We're going to chat through their Cabana Boys experience. They're both here in Scottsdale, throwing great parties. But before we do that, I want to do a couple things. One, let's talk about the Cocktail Cowboys. So the Cocktail Cowboys is our service in Austin and Nashville. It's basically Cabana Boys, but gone country. It's great for pre-games, brunches, house parties, game nights, line dancing, really any type of in-house event that you have in Austin and Nashville. Our guys will come in cowboy hat, boot, and throw a great party, so you can book us there. But let's get to our guests today, AJ and Cooper. Before we do that, we got to take a peek at the Cabana Boys cooler.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right. These are all alcoholic?
Definitely
Yes.
taking the Joy Bus.
Oh, they have
Wow.
Modelo.
Oh, nice. Modelo, the fighting spirit.
Oh,
I got.
yeah.
I'm actually.
This guy's a fighter, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah, that's actually something I want to get into. You guys are like. You guys are like IFC or not IFC, UFC.
UFC.
Love it.
Like,
That's how we met. That's how we became
Really?
friends. We're
Yeah.
friends outside of Cabana Boys for the listeners.
were you guys like grappling partners?
And when we get drunk enough, we are.
Yeah.
So you guys knew each other before joining the team.
Yeah.
Did one of you refer the other?
He referred me.
Okay, gotcha. So let's start with you, AJ. Like, how did you get involved? Obviously from Cooper, but like, how long have you been with the team? And
Yeah, so I've been with Cabana Boys for about 3 years or 1 year now.
you've been with it longer than I have.
Yeah, right. I had 3 on my mind for 3 friends that got me into it. It took me a little bit to get in it because like naturally I'm kind of a introverted, shyer guy, but I'm glad I ended up doing it because it's kind of brought me out of my comfort zone, like socially. It's
Totally.
like made me really like take a leap to break out of my shell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been great. And honestly, hats off to you because like one of the most consistent things I hear at my parties is like the girls are always like, "Oh, what a great idea! That guy's a genius!" And like,
I know
that's definitely a compliment. So
People are always like, man, that's such a smart idea.
I have a
Right.
feeling like people think I'm like a giant douchebag, like that don't actually know me.
Dude, sometimes they're like, how old is he?
Yeah.
Like, they want to know you're not like a creepy
Yeah,
70-year-old dude.
It's like
yeah, they're like this old guy pimping us out.
yeah, exactly. It's like I am like engaged. I have a kid. Like I'm
Yeah.
very normal.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the way you started Cabana Boys is like organic, right? It was like a friend or a cousin.
Totally.
Was like, do you want to do
It
this?
was a friend of a friend was in town. Actually, a friend was in town for a bachelorette party and invited us over, me and a buddy, over their Airbnb. And there was 2 other guys there that were just friends of the maid of honor, just hanging out and serving drinks. So I was like, there's a business here.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think anything of it. I like bought the domain name, started it up, and then like we got our first party, and then we got another, and then it just like started to snowball. I was like, okay, this is
Did it really
this
take
is
off that
this is
fast?
cool. It wasn't like immediate. I would say we did in our first. We started in August 2020. The rest of 2020, we did 6 parties. Mm-hmm. Like we had 6 parties. But we booked more. I think it was like probably May or so of. It was definitely May of 2021 where it was just like it exploded. But it's like gradually increased.
Yeah.
All of 2021. So it's been fun. So I'm glad to have you on the team, dude.
Oh, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you do in your like other time, like Monday through Friday?
So right now I'm a photographer. I've been doing photography for about 5 years now. I just got into it, just messing around with one of my good friends at the time when we were really young. We were like 18, 19, just playing around with cameras. And then I was going to physical therapy school for a little bit, kind of got like almost halfway there. And then I like the moment to take the step to university, and I was just like, oh, maybe the whole student loan thing going into debt. Maybe I could
Not
do
that
another
appealing.
path.
Yeah.
So that's really when I started teaching myself and really like getting serious about it.
Nice.
And right now I'm specializing with real estate photography and videography.
I saw that video you put up, Sedona party.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I love doing stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's like nothing like no sweat on my back, like to go a little over the top to
Right.
do something like that. Cause I love doing it. You know, like that's really like what gives me the fulfillment with photography is creating those memories and creating those moments that people are gonna
That's
remember for forever. So
You focus on real estate?
yeah, right now, because I feel like the volume of work is where I want it to be. So just having that consistent workflow in that genre of photography is probably what I'm going to keep around.
Okay.
But the plan is to kind of move towards more media based, like live events, like
Okay. Yeah.
concerts, weddings, like parties. Just I kind of want to do more stuff like that. Like that's where
Yeah. I have a buddy, and I call him a buddy. He's a guy I went to college with. He was in my fraternity. I went to USC, which has an amazing film school. And this guy dropped out of USC Film School with 1 semester left to go on tour with Mumford & Sons to like take pictures of their tour.
Yeah.
It's like an incredible opportunity, but at the same time, like, dude, you have 1 semester left.
And
of
USC's
this.
not cheap, man.
Right.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
That's 7 expensive semesters to leave.
I know. See, you never know though, like the way things work out, like it worked out for him. Like,
Right.
you know, maybe if he did take that 1 year and like complete it, maybe he wouldn't be doing the type of stuff he's doing now or get that experience of touring. And
He ended up like making a documentary about him sneaking into music festivals and like taking pictures of the artists.
I might have to watch that.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
Get some notes.
I don't remember the name of the documentary, but it got some press. Like
Yeah,
it
we
did
can
decent
figure it
well.
out.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, Coop, tell us about you.
My name's Cooper, 25. I was born in San Francisco, and I moved to Phoenix when I was like 9 months old. I didn't really move very much, but my parents moved me to Phoenix when I was 9 months old.
You helped them pack up.
Yeah,
and,
I was.
move out
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
I was probably just more of like a burden, crying on an airplane. I went to community college here for a little while. I lived in San Diego for a year. And then it was like the same spot AJ was in when I was like, okay, it's time to go to 4-year college. I was majoring in math and physics at the time.
Wow. Okay.
And
so you're definitely a numbers guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And
You like you just have like the is he just like constantly doing
He
math
lacks in
problems
other
around you?
departments, but with the numbers, he's real good with those. He's real good with that.
I can add up the change in your purse very fast.
Just like that with the eyes too.
And I was like, the only stuff you can do, like working in that, like some of the big things if you want to like make good money, and the jobs that show up a lot are like lab jobs and then like defense jobs, like
Okay.
defense contracting.
Yeah.
And then working in labs. And I was like, I really don't want to do either of those two things. So stopped going before I went to ASU. And then kind of bounced around doing some bartending and stuff like that. And then like last year, I was talking to a family friend who's like a day trader. He day trades for a living. He trades options and stocks, like short and medium term.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you're a math major, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You should try this a little bit." And so like I gave it a whirl a little bit, and it was right when I was like, I don't really want to finish college. And so so I'm a day trader. Not a very profitable one yet, but it's only
Hey,
been
takes time.
13 months. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so I'm day trading. Get up at 6 every day, trade till 1:30, and then run it back again the next day. So Cabana Boys is awesome because I spend my whole day in my office, like by myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have like the 8 monitor
I have
setup?
2. Yeah, I think 3 would be a good number. I'm looking at getting 3.
Yeah.
But I have to get another desk for it because I have like a regular size desk. And I really need to get like a big
You got to get like the chair that like reclines and you're
Dude,
like,
I want to get.
it's like you're in the Matrix.
So my family friend, he has like
Stephen
12,
Hawking.
Really?
like 12 monitors,
Jeez.
like all around the room. I want to get like a standing desk and like I want to make it like a cool workspace.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I
Might as
promise I'm not going to buy anything else until like I'm making the money from day trading to like
Okay.
reinvest in that. So
Makes sense. Yeah.
Even though I could dip into like other jobs like Cabana Boys money and stuff to do it, I'm like, it's just like a rule I
Yeah,
have. I'm not gonna
that's
do it.
smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. I mean, you're in.
I think it's just more like I'm like I ain't paying for anything until I get my fucking money.
Yeah, honestly, if there's anybody that has the discipline to do something like that, it's definitely him.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, AJ and I, we've known each other since I want to say 2019.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet?
We
UFC.
met through Chris Alba. Yeah, so
really?
another Cabana
Okay.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on episode
It was on
2.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
2 or 3 episodes ago. Nice.
Yeah, so we met through him, and we were kind of just like through like mutual friends, and then there's just one day like we're watching the UFC fights, and like nobody really showed up. It was just me, him, and Chris, and then me and him just started getting into like a really deep talk about like fatherhood and like our future occupations and like what we want to do in life, and like we're just like, oh, okay, like
There's
maybe
a bond.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe we could be more than surface level.
I know that.
like
we were
friends.
just, like,
Yeah,
in the same group for a while.
yeah.
And then we started becoming friends. We also like watched, I think that entire summer after that, or the entire fall after that, we watched Red Zone every Sunday.
Oh yeah,
So then
That'll bring some
and it was
guys
just
together.
Me, AJ, and my friend Luke, who I've known
Yeah.
since I was like
losing bets, drinking beers.
That'll do it.
I know.
That'll do it.
That's
I feel
all
like
it
it's
was.
hard to, if you don't go to like a traditional college and like you're not living with guys, like it's kind of hard to like make
meeting
close
friends is like through other friends, and then you
Yeah.
just hang out enough. But I mean, 100%, dude. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the people that I know who have like their best buddies are like their fraternity buds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most
It's
of mine
like-
are, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like what's it called, trauma bonding when you go through it. When you go through the hazing.
Exactly. Well, it's cool that you guys work together and like hopefully you've become friends with some other Cabana Boys.
Oh yeah,
too,
yeah. Our
you know?
group is a very solid group of guys.
Yeah.
Like it's great.
I think I said this before on another episode, but that was kind of one of the like unanticipated like benefits of this that I didn't think was going to happen when I started. Is like the guys have gotten close. You know, it's like you guys and like Tony and Andy, like they were already friends before they joined the team.
Yeah.
But like Chase and Gabe, for example, like they didn't know each other
That
before.
whole house now,
you know?
because it's
Yeah, that's right.
Gabe, Jonah, and
TJ.
TJ.
Yep.
And they're all like, I love all those guys.
Yeah.
Those three guys are like on my all-star team
Yeah.
to party with those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say for a job where you like first meet the person like in some scenarios like right outside before you go in to work the party, like
Yeah.
there really hasn't been a single time where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do that again with that
Yeah.
guy. Like
Right,
it's
right.
so
If that happens, the guy probably doesn't last
Yeah,
long on
yeah,
the team.
that-
Like
Yeah.
you're probably are not
One
the
of
only
the only
one
guys.
that,
Right.
that has that experience.
And you're one of the
So,
only guys who will ever party with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like guys are good at that. Like you can just meet a guy. Like I've had tons of times we'll go to a party and they'll be like, well, how many, do you guys just work exclusively together? And I'm like, nah, I just met him like 45 minutes ago. And they're always like shocked. But guys can just meet each other and be like, hey, you ready to go have fun? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just go do it. It's
yeah,
like-
pretty much how it goes.
And we've all had a bunch of parties, so we all know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like,
That's funny.
relax and
It's
have
funny
fun.
that happens. I'm getting
Yeah.
one of my grooms. I'm getting married in November. One of my groomsmen is a guy.
Yeah,
I literally
congratulations,
thank
dude.
you.
There you go.
I literally have no idea how I met him. Like we just like you said, we're friends with friends, and then all of a sudden we were like super good friends. It's like people ask us how we met. We're like, I don't know,
oh man, he's just
Yeah.
here. You know?
Sunday fun day on Rainy
Sometimes
Street in
guys,
Austin.
you're like, hey, yeah. He's just always been there.
Yeah.
And eventually he was there longer than everybody else.
Yeah. Cooper, what's your?
there
I see
you
your
go.
tattoo right there. It's a smiley face.
Smiley face tattoo.
What is
yeah.
that?
That's funny. I get asked that all the time.
Well, so
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I asked that is like smiley faces are like super trendy right now.
I know. Everyone has one
It's
all
crazy.
of a sudden. And I'm like, I got mine. I was like, cool early. I wasn't following anyone.
The trend started here.
Started with him.
I was 17 in San Diego, and I had a little facial hair on, like a little baby 17-year-old facial hair on. And I was like, no, it's no way they're gonna card me. And so I was like calling around like San Diego, the area that I was in, like, what's your shop minimum? Like trying to get the cheapest tattoo I could. I was like, what's your shop minimum? And then eventually some guy's like, yeah, it's $50. And I was like, okay. And then I went over and got this. That's why I look so bad. I mean, it's so bled out because the guy was like, he's like, how big do you want it? And I was like a quarter. And he like stenciled the quarter
Oh, like
on
the
my
outside
leg.
of the quarter.
Yeah. And he's like, how's that look? And I was like, that's good. He's like, all right, we'll do that then. And he's
She's like, is that $50 still?
yeah,
or-
I was like, I know it's like not $50 worth, but I know the smiley faces are really popular now. I've yet to see one with the little lines on the eyes. They're usually dot eyes.
Dot eyes.
Yeah,
okay.
and there's not a lot of heads around them. It's usually just like there's no So I still kind of got it,
We have a apparel website, and like the girl who designs our stuff, there's a lot of smiley faces going on. I don't know where it started.
can just be
Maybe it
me.
was from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could just start calling them like the Cooper shorts, and it'll just be smiley faces.
I know. So the
Nice
I Love
Cooper-
Cabana
Cooper
Boys tattoo, you could just do the smiley face.
Yeah,
There
just
you
be
go.
me.
Just Cooper's
just
face.
his face.
Custom
The
tattoos
girls will
party.
get your face tattooed on them, and then they'll go out to the bars like, "Oh, is that your fiance?"
Yeah,
Nah, that's Cooper.
It's our Cabana Boy.
Yeah. That's Cooper, don't you know?
So you guys are UFC guys. Like,
Yes.
Where did that interest come from?
I've been watching it forever.
The reason I asked that is because I
since, like, the
cannot
late
stand
2000s.
UFC.
Really?
I can't.
It's an acquired taste, you know. Like it's definitely not for everybody. But I love it so much. Like I've been in sports like my whole life, and I played basketball, football, but I kind of picked up like watching UFC like later in life, like around like 18, 19, and then I don't know. Started to become my favorite sport. Like I just love how personal it is. Like it's you and one other person, and that's it. And like it's like it's pretty intense. You know,
the guy beating the shit out of him.
But like
one guy's unconscious and the other guy's just
in the early days, it was like it was a very like more barbaric sport.
Totally.
But like as it's grown over time, it's definitely become a very like skill oriented thing. So I kind of like that a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's just it's cool. It's very intense.
Do you guys watch?
It's so
like,
fast.
Yeah. Do
Like,
you guys
it's
watch
like-
every fight together? Or
Yeah, if we're
general?
here, pretty much.
yeah.
I think we were watching one before we came over.
Really?
Just catching up on one.
I was out of town this weekend, so we were catching.
It's a little
up on some
replay.
stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like so vast. Like there's guys there's you could be like the best boxer ever, and someone's just gonna wrestle you and choke you out.
Yeah.
You can be the best wrestler ever, and someone's gonna knock you out. It's just like it's very vast, and there's a lot of like different techniques and stuff. And yeah, now like in the 90s, it was kind of like this human cockfighting thing.
Right.
And now it's like you have like kids who like could be basketball players, like professional basketball. Like now you have like actual like talent,
like legit
Yeah,
athletes.
it used to be like if you've been doing it for 10 years, you can be a UFC
Right.
fighter.
Yeah.
Because it was just like,
Some, like-
it was that small of a sport and that new that if you just had experience,
Yeah.
it was good enough. And now it's like you have to be a good athlete too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Kimbo Slice.
The backyard fighting. Yeah.
I used to watch those videos with my buddies, just like.
But you don't like
in
UFC?
awe. Well, that was a long time ago. Touche. That was a while ago, but that guy was insane.
Yeah.
Just like
Insane.
standing there, just like taking punches, like
Yeah.
give me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually got knocked out.
I know. Yeah, that's a guy that like joined the UFC and like didn't
Yeah,
do
didn't
well.
do well.
He got knocked out by this guy. Is like an undercard guy, like the guy he was supposed to fight in like they were like the main event, and the guy he was supposed to fight dropped like last second, so they pulled the guy up from like the very bottom of the card,
Oh wow.
and it was supposed to be like obviously like a lamb to slaughter thing.
Yeah.
And the guy knocked him out in like 10
Really?
seconds. Knocked
Wow.
out Kimbo Slice.
Good for him.
Yeah,
That's awesome. All right, let's get into some questions.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do a question. Well, I'll answer it, and then we'll do another one. So AJ,
Okay.
you wanna
Okay.
pull first.
This one's for you.
No, well, I'll answer.
Oh, okay.
Just read it. Yeah.
How do you like to spend a rainy day? Ooh.
Watching
All right.
UFC.
Watching UFC with my fist clenched, staring out the window at the raindrops. Nah, rainy day. I mean, I'm really into records, like listening to music on vinyl.
Nice.
So maybe a little joint and
There
a
you go.
record.
There you
Yeah.
go. I like
Open
that.
the window. Just the rain.
What kind of like what artists do you listen to?
I'm all over the place.
Everybody.
Like I love oldies. I love like old school R&B. I love the Beatles. I
He has
love
a really
classic
good record
rock.
collection.
Really?
like
Yeah.
a really nice. And
Where do
a
you
really
buy
nice record
records?
player?
There's like Zia Records. There's like these little like mom and pop record stores that are pretty close by here.
Okay.
Like, so, but that's kind of something I got into during COVID. Like
Nice.
I was just like, man, if we're just gonna be inside, like I kind of want to make this worthwhile. Like,
Yeah.
So I had just like got a record player, built the record collection, got a sound system, connected it all.
So
Made a chill
is
spot.
is there like the sound quality? Is that why you like it? Okay.
Especially with the old music.
Yeah.
Like when the music that's made specifically for vinyl, like it definitely sounds different. Like the instruments, the vocals
Nice.
are way more pure.
Okay.
So I like it.
I want to get one.
Yeah.
sounds
I
fun.
definitely recommend it. It's
They
cool.
do have a cool sound to them. Like
Yeah.
even like modern, even
Yeah, even the
modern
modern
stuff. Yeah.
albums.
Yeah, it has like a certain like I don't know. I was gonna say je ne sais quoi.
It's like it's all
Je ne sais.
it's an ultimate
Parlez-vous
like,
français?
listening experience. So,
It is, yeah. And he's got it all set up with like speakers and stuff too. Like
Okay.
connected to speakers. It's not just off of the
Okay.
Yeah, like so you kind of use it like at my house right now. I kind of use it as like an office, like sit there and edit photos and then listen to the music. So
nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are they like speakers optimized for record?
Yeah. So you can get a record player that you can hook up to a receiver and then hook it up to the speakers and have like a whole sound system. So,
nice. That's cool. All right, Coop. Rainy day. What are you doing?
I mean, we don't have them in Arizona. I'm probably going outside.
Yeah.
I love swimming. I was swimming in the rain.
Yeah,
as long as it's not cold.
Yeah.
And then when there's lightning, there's a little bit of risk factor to it. You know?
Ooh, you're dangerous.
Hey, you might get struck by lightning. You might get some superpowers.
1,000.
Yeah. Hopefully, be superpowers. Yeah, I might die, but yeah. I mean, rainy day. Probably. I do like being outside in the rain.
Yeah.
Not much of an inside guy, dude. I guess right now, because I'm trading a lot, I just be like studying trading.
Okay.
Yeah. We're like watching TV.
Yeah.
I'm not an inside guy.
Not like a movie curling up with a blanket.
Yeah. I don't, dude. No.
With the Cabana girl.
With the Cabana girls too. Yeah, I don't really watch.
That's fair. I think I would. I agree with you. Like swimming outside in the rain. If it's warm, that feels great.
If I had a girlfriend, then it'd be Netflix and laying like fire on, enjoying ourselves. But I don't. So what are you gonna do?
Hey, you never
Nothing.
know. Yeah. All right, let's try another one, Cooper.
And I read this one. Yep. What's one strange but true fact about yourself? I'm probably going to talk about my school.
Your school?
Yeah, he went to
a Waldorf school.
What does that mean?
So Waldorf is like an education system.
Okay.
It's like not like Common Core. And basically the whole point of Waldorf is just to like give you tons and tons and tons of experiences so that you like learn how to think outside the box.
Okay.
So like, for example, like I did a K through 8 and it's like a hippie school, first of all.
Okay.
So like there's like I did like metalworking. So like
as like a fifth grader?
Yeah, I think it was in like 7th grade.
Wow.
They wouldn't let you do it till like middle. But woodworking I could do.
I did woodworking in like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah, woodworking, sewing and knitting.
Oh, wow.
What's it called? Blacksmithing.
Really?
I have a sword. It's sick, dude.
You have a sword?
I have a sword. It's not that sharp. I
went to a boring public school.
We didn't have any no sports teams or anything. It was just like
interesting.
Because like because my whole class was like 19 kids, and we just went to every class together.
Really?
So like the entire graduating.
That was
class,
here in Phoenix.
Yeah, the entire graduating class is like 19 kids, but it's really fun. I'm glad I went to like a big high school.
Okay.
Because I got to like play sports and go do all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, after I left, they started a ultimate frisbee team.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It was my uncle
one
used
sports
to
team?
always be like the one sports team was an ultimate frisbee.
Nice. What are your classmates doing now? Like raising goats? And
one of them, the one that I talked
States.
to, yeah. Well, the one that I still talk to, she's like a really good what's it called? Ceramics. She like makes bowls, and they all look the exact same, like handmade ceramics. We also had
does not
ceramics
surprise me
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, my uncle used to always be like, "How is your underwater basket weaving going?"
That's where mine went.
It's exactly
huge
what it
dad
is.
joke.
Yeah,
for that school.
That's exactly what it is. That's why I wear the Tevas all the time.
Oh man, I know. When he walked into my house with those on, I was like, man, I don't know if I could be seen next to you on the camera.
Keep the camera up here.
I was like, now I'm gonna put them on the camera.
yeah. He embraced it, so I guess
they're so comfortable because it's like with the flip flops, you can't move very well, and you got to like curl your toes over when you're walking to make it. But with your shoes, you got to be.
I mean, I see the utility for sure. But
it's the best combination. I can still run in them. I mean, I'm not.
You're gonna go running in your Tevas?
Maybe. You never know.
You're running from something.
The world's a wild place, man. You gotta be ready at all times.
There's coyotes.
I'm not gonna be going on any dates in the Tevas, but.
All right, AJ, what's a strange but true fact about you?
Strange but true fact.
I got one if you don't have one ready.
I don't know if I have one ready.
Okay, so this is really weird, but my ears. I have
huge.
Headphones on. They're not big. They're like average size.
I don't know.
But so on one ear, like feel on the edge of your ear, like how it's like smooth, right? On one ear, there's a little bump out. On the other ear, there's like a little indent of the same shape.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like they accidentally grabbed one from a piece and then they put it on the other on
Yeah.
accident.
So they call me Pangea ears.
Oh. Like, yeah, he's one super ear. The super
Is that
ear.
weird?
The super ear split.
And so at one time, like my ears were like, I don't know if they're covering my face or like.
Probably were.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Super strange.
At one point, it was a super ear. And then millions of years, obviously, the tectonic plates move around.
Exactly.
And now your ears are on the side of your head.
Exactly.
But just like the tectonic plates, they will move back together again.
Exactly. So this is South America. This is
Yeah.
Africa,
They do fit together pretty well.
Yeah,
Look at it.
exactly.
Yeah. Just saying, look into it.
AJ, you got one?
I
Still
guess
drawing a blank.
up until like probably like 8th grade, I kind of like still played with like Star Wars action figures.
Okay.
So, like,
All right.
didn't really talk about it with nobody. Kept it a secret. But like, yeah, I kept them. I was just like, man, that was my childhood. That's what I loved.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was a big Lego guy.
Yeah, Legos.
Oh
are
yeah,
great.
all about them Legos.
I think I gave the Legos away at one point. I was like, I haven't touched them in like a year.
Brittany, my fiance, her son Liam, he likes Legos. He's 5, and it was his birthday a few weeks ago, and he got some like little Lego sets, and he's like, "Let's play." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Let's play Legos." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And so I like took
You're
his
like, "Dude,
Lego
you really
sets
wanna
and
play
like
Legos with me?"
I put all the Legos together for him. He wanted me to, but I was like finding joy putting them together.
You're like, you're gonna get Legos all the time,
Yeah,
buddy.
exactly.
And I'll build them for you every
Yeah.
time, free of charge.
Yeah. So do you like the Star Wars movies?
Oh yeah, love them.
Yeah.
I just recently went on a binge, like probably like
Really?
a week ago. But it's just kind of funny, like you're in that, you hit that like middle phase, of, like teenager, like early 20s, and you're like, oh, you're trying to be cool, like you're trying, like, oh, that stuff's in my childhood.
Right,
and then
right.
then you get over it, and you're like, all right, back to the shit I love.
Exactly. Have you ever watched like the episodes in like story order?
Yeah, I did it. I did that one time with one of my friends that I've been friends with since I was in like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to at our sisters played club volleyball together.
Okay.
And we used to play the Star Wars action figures there. But we used to get like magnifying glasses and burn them. And it was like, and looking back on it, we were like laughing like recently, like, yeah, like if you like saw that nowadays, like they'd be like, put us on the list of like, hey, watch these fucking kids.
Yeah. This kid belongs in the Waldorf school.
For real.
I couldn't handle the Waldorf school. They'd have you making swords. They would never let you make a sword.
Get expelled.
They never let you. They had this really cool thing. We used the Greek Olympic Games in 5th grade.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
It was a pentathlon, and
Okay.
everyone was like separated into like a different city. So I wasn't Sparta, unfortunately. I was like one of those stupid ones that you never. Corinth. I was Corinth. I was in
Okay.
Corinth, yeah.
All right.
And then in 6th grade, we did like a medieval games thing. It was like the Renaissance thing came to our school.
Oh,
and
wow.
we like spent like 5 days camping at the school with all the 6th graders from all the other Waldorf schools in Arizona.
That's pretty
And we
sweet.
had like another like. It was like a
competition
Yeah,
thing?
it was actually really cool. Like, what kind of school you go into that like the other schools are coming for like
Yeah,
overnight
yeah.
It's like a field day with all the schools in the district, and it lasts for like 5 days, and you camp at your school with
Okay.
them.
Hogwarts.
It's like Hogwarts. That's all I'm saying. All right?
I was talking smack about this Waldorf school, but
Dude,
it sounds kind of cool.
it's pretty cool. Apparently, the kids who go to Waldorf schools are more likely to graduate college
Okay. And more likely to be day traders?
because they're losers.
Look at you. I know. Look at him.
Because they're nerds.
Defeating the odds of not graduating.
Are there any skills from the Waldorf school that apply to Cabana Boys?
Yeah, but I can't. It's just inappropriate. The creativity's off the charts, though.
Usually means it's a good story, though.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you guys work parties together frequently?
Yeah, not frequently.
I had a
We
fight.
had like a little stretch there. We had
Yeah.
like 3.
I had to fight tooth and nail to get us together working.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but those ones are pretty crazy.
We worked together
Yeah.
on my birthday. That was fun.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of like I mentioned like the Beatles earlier, but there was like this one party when we were heading out, like leaving, like we drove together and like we're driving away, and like the girls like come running out of the house and they're like, "Fuck!" Like they're like,
The girls are trying to get us to come back inside.
yeah, they're like running down the street. I was like,
following us down the
I was like,
street.
what's going on?
Ladies, play it
That was
cool.
a fun party. That was a really fun party.
Yeah, it was a good time.
They all followed us outside, like 20 of them, into the driveway.
gosh.
Yeah,
and we're
wow.
like down the street. Yeah, it felt like we were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Beatles.
That's
Like,
amazing.
20 people. So people thought we were the Beatles, and they were following us down the street. They were awesome.
That's hilarious. All right, so Ringo, Paul, thanks so much for coming on today. I'm just kidding.
Who am I?
I don't know.
I'm
Whoever
not
you want to be.
Ringo, right?
He's Ringo.
No. I don't have the ears for it.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. Thanks
Thank
for being
you,
part of the
Thanks,
team.
man.
Hope you enjoyed this, and thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Cabana Boys Podcast. Please like and subscribe to get new episodes as they're released. Write to the show by sending an email to thecabanaboyspodcast@gmail.com. You can find the video version of the show on YouTube at the Cabana Boys YouTube channel. The Cabana Boys and all other related brands are also on Instagram and TikTok at Cabana Boys Podcast, The Cabana Boys, The Cocktail Cowboys, and The Cocktail Boys. This has been a T-Door production.